Like to welcome everyone to meditation today. And today, for this meditation, we're going to use some of the wisdom of Walt Whitman from Leaves of Grass. So the great American poet, Walt Whitman, and his epic poem, Leaves of Grass, written in the 1800s. And one of the things that really helps, I know it helps me, and I've read of it helping many others in their meditation practice, is either before you actually begin your meditation or even once you're in meditation, to use the wisdom or the words of others to help propel my own meditation. And so I almost always begin my meditation session with some spiritual reading from a book like Leaves of Grass or something else that inspires me. And what I find is that I've got thought loops going on in my head, which repeat over and over, and they're all centered around me and my ego and my world and what I need to do and what I'm worried about and what I'm excited about, etc. When I bring in some deeper writings, it puts my mind in a new track. And with uplifting writings, inspiring writings, it lifts up to a higher place. So it lifts my mind up, my mind flows up and gets to that a little more altitude. And wherever we put our mind, whatever we concentrate on, whether it's a movie or a book or words of wisdom or a conversation with a friend or the newspaper, television, wherever we put our mind, what we're concentrated on, we absorb. And that, in a sense, fills into our mind. It filters in and becomes part of our mind. It becomes part of our life experience. And so in meditation, you're in a very focused, concentrated state. And so bringing in uplifting writings can really help to lift up your whole meditation. And so I want to start with something Walt Whitman in the book, he describes himself. And I think it's a very beautiful description. He says, Walt Whitman, a cosmos of Manhattan, the sun, turbulent, fleshy, sensual, eating, drinking, and breeding, no sentimentalist, no stander above men and women or apart from them, no more modest than immodest. Unscrew the locks from the doors, unscrew the doors themselves from their jambs. Whoever degrades another degrades me, and whatever is done or said returns at last to me. Whoever degrades another degrades me, and whatever is done or said returns at last to me. And so this gives a good insight into the state of consciousness or the state of awareness that Walt Whitman experienced during his life. And I've read a number of biographies about him, and he was definitely a man who had mystical experiences. And so the Leaves of Grass is a really beautiful exposition of that level of awareness. So to have the feeling that whoever degrades another degrades me, and whatever is said or done returns at last to me. And so that includes my own actions, my own thoughts. It all circles back and comes back to us. That idea of the idea of karma, whatever energy you put out, at the last, it's going to come back to you. And if that's kindness, then that's what's going to come back. If it's anger and frustration, that's what's going to come back. And so understanding that loop of life. And he also writes in there, no stander above men and women or apart from them. And throughout Leaves of Grass, and during our meditation, I'm going to read a couple passages to propel our meditation. Throughout Leaves of Grass is this expression of this interconnectedness of all of nature and being a part of everything, and everything a part of each one of us. So that realm of interconnectedness that we can accelerate our experience of through the practice of meditation. So in the beginning, I mentioned when you concentrate on something, you pull that into yourself, or you lift your mind up to that realm. The ability to meditate gives you super concentration. And so with that intense concentration, you're able to penetrate into these subtle realms more quickly, more powerfully, and lift yourself or absorb into them that much more powerfully through the meditation. So we'll return to a little Walt Whitman as once we get into the meditation part of the practice. But first, let's do the regular energization. So sitting up nice and straight, activate your back muscles, and let's start with our arms in cactus arms. So wide like that, fingers spread wide. Let me show one side here. Fingers spread wide. On the inhale, fingers go wide, just like the lungs. Exhale, squeezing your hands into a fist. Inhale wide. Exhale, squeeze. One more. Ending with the fingers spread wide, so there's energy in the hands. Move your jaw side to side, open and close. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, so you're activating the back muscles, the shoulders. See if you can relax the neck while energizing the back. Open and close the eyes a few times. A few deep inhalations, exhalations. Big breath in, reach up. Hold our arms up for a couple breaths. And on your next exhalation, let your hands come down, your arms come down, hands onto your thighs. We'll move into conscious relaxation. As you gently let your eyelids close, you can always keep them open a little bit if you like. Slow breath. Breath and mind are intertwined. Slow your breathing. Calm your mind. And on each exhalation, choose a muscle group and simply relax that group. Start with the muscles in your forehead and then flow down your body. Maybe do 2 long inhales and exhales for each muscle group you choose. And choose 4 or 5 muscle groups as you flow down all the way to your feet. Couple more cycles of inhale, exhale for relaxation. And now become aware of your entire body. You can visualize a beautiful light extending 2 or 3 inches beyond your physical body surrounding you, or just feel your skin. Inhale, full body awareness. Exhale, full release, relaxation throughout the body. Now in this relaxed state, we'll move into yogic concentration. Eyelids are closed. Hold your eyes still and actively gaze into the back of your eyelids, looking for shapes, colors, sparkles of light. If you don't see anything, you can close your eyes real tight and then release and relax them, and that'll activate blood flow in the eyelids. Notice the difference between awareness of what you're seeing and thoughts arising. Differentiate between the two and try to bring your awareness back to the eyes and the shapes and lights you're seeing. Shift your awareness to your ears, or bring in your ears into your awareness. Keep as much visual awareness as you like. Now do the same with your ears. Enjoy the impressions, the sensations of sound in and of themselves. Notice when you label or think about the sounds, try and differentiate those two, the actual sound impression and the thought surrounding it. Try and stay rooted in the impressions, the feelings. Now add in the sound of your own breathing. You can do that by a slight contraction in the back of your throat. Same contraction you do if you're going to fog a mirror. Or maybe you can just hear your breath through your nostrils. Either way, focus in on the sensation of breathing, both the feeling and the sound of it. And now, in this concentrated state for our meditation, I'm going to read some of the passages from Leaves of Grass and just enjoy the imagery, the sound, the cadence. Let it fill your consciousness and see where it takes you. Song of the Open Road. Afoot and light-hearted, I take to the open road. Healthy, free, the world before me. The long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose. Henceforth, I ask not good fortune. I myself am good fortune. Henceforth, I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. Done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticisms, strong and content, I travel the open road. The earth, that is sufficient. I do not want the constellations any nearer. I know they are very well where they are. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. Song of Joys. Oh, to make the most jubilant song, full of music, full of manhood, womanhood, infancy, full of common enjoyments, full of grain and trees. Oh, for the voice of animals. Oh, for the swiftness and balance of fishes. Oh, for the dropping of raindrops in a song. Oh, for the sunshine of motion of waves in a song. Oh, the joy of my spirit. It is uncaged. It darts like lightning. It is not enough to have this globe or a certain time. I will have thousands of globes and all time. Oh, the joy of that vast elemental sympathy, which only the human soul is capable of generating and emitting in steady and limitless floods. Oh, the mother's joys, the watching, the endurance, the precious love, the anguish, the patiently yielded life. Oh, to make the most jubilant song. Oh, for the voice of animals. Oh, the joy of my spirit. Oh, the joy of that vast elemental sympathy, which only the human soul is capable of generating and emitting in steady and limitless floods. taking the last minute or two to just feel these thoughts and emotions, sentiments flowing through your consciousness. Slowly bringing your awareness back to body and surroundings as much as you need to, but as much as you're able to, holding on to the feeling, the energy, the consciousness that was inspired by Leaves of Grass, Walt Whitman. Thanks for meditation, and look forward to seeing everyone soon.